Joining us now here at the Bloomfield Hills Challenger, the next man through to the quarterfinals that in thrilling three-set fashion earlier today. It's Eliot Spizzirri. Eliot, first of all, congratulations on the victory. Talk me through that third set. You had break points, you didn't break. Then you do break only to get broken back, serving for it. Ultimately, the third set buster goes your way. A lot of emotions in that final set. How do you think you dealt with it all?
Yeah, I thought I dealt with it pretty well. There's a lot of ups and downs in pro tennis, and one of my biggest mentors tells me to try to enjoy it. So even though I was up love 40, I think early in the third, I didn't get it. He had some good serves, and so I just tried to do the best I could on some of those points. And sometimes those guys come up with the goods, and Michael did a lot of those big points. And when I was serving for it up 30 love, he started nuking some forehands, and I think I missed the backhand, and it's just part of the game. So I tried not to get too discouraged and tried to keep on playing the game that got me to that point that, was when I was up. So, I was happy with the way that I kind of propelled to, keep on posing my game, but never easy against a guy like that.
No, you're absolutely right, and certainly, don't worry about it. Certainly, you mentioned the love for it. He hit 3 exceptional serves. Not sure much more you can do about that. In a moment like that, how does one go about working on the mental side of things? I'm always curious because watching you play in particular, I've always been so impressed by how you compete. And to see you overcome that sort of obstacle, get aggressive again in the third set breaker, what is that internal dialogue? How much effort do you put into developing that mental toughness day in, day out?
Yeah, it's a big piece of the puzzle out here. I spend a lot of hours on the mental side of the game. Probably more than I do on the actual hitting balls at this point. I feel like when you're young, you hit so many balls, and my mental at least struggled when I was a junior. Had a lot of I was kind of a hothead, let's just say that. But yeah, since I got to college, I felt like I learned how to be a better competitor, and I just keep on trying to refine that and add to it, and speak with the people that I trust in my corner, and always try to learn from kind of situations that I've been in matches and maybe not handled as well, or maybe ones that I did handle well, and kind of figure out what I did in those moments. But at the end of the day, I just try to play the next point as hard as I can, and that's something Bruce Burke's always instilled in us, and especially me. It kind of clicked for me when he said that earlier in my college career, and it was just like, all you can really do is play the next point hard, and so yeah, try to have a short-term memory and keep things rolling.
Oh, it's impressive, and there's a distinct moment. I think you were playing Caboli in Phoenix, and you lost the first set, and you let out a big, wake up to yourself. And, again, that's something you'll do match in, match out. If you don't mind me following up on this, not to belabor the point, but just when you say work on your mental toughness and work on it, what does that work look like? Is it sitting down and talking through scenarios with someone? Like for someone listening to this who says, I need to work on that, what can they do to get better at it?
Yeah, you got to put yourself in pressure situations. So I play a lot. Try to put myself in the situations where you feel the nerves, you feel yourself kind of, doubting. And I work with a sports psychologist a ton, and we work on unraveling some of those demons that can come up at the wrong time. And it's a constant everyday battle. I visualize a lot. I meditate. I try to talk with the people that I trust, my mentors. One that comes to mind now is Brian Barker. Former coach of James Blake, and been a huge help for me. And so, these guys that have a lot of experience with the mental side of the game, they've seen all the moments and how you can handle them poorly and how you can handle them well. So, it's just about also throwing yourself in the fire. And so I think it's a constant battle to override those thoughts, those doubts. But I feel like I'm getting better at it, and there's always room to improve.
That you were top 10 in the country playing with one wrist in 2022, that's when I knew you were mentally tough, for what it's worth, my friend. So it is something I've always been so impressed by. And, to put it bluntly, it's really hot today here in Bloomfield Hills. You still had a doubles match to play after that 7-6 in the third singles battle earlier. I'm curious, in a doubles scenario like that, what do you go on court? What is the purpose of doubles at a night like that? It would have been so easy to just pull out, right, after a 3-hour match. Why go through with it? How does the doubles repetitions help your singles? Yeah,
it works on a lot of the key parts of singles that I need to work on, and that's serve, return, and net game, transitioning. That's stuff that I'm constantly trying to improve, and I just love doubles. I think it's really fun and maybe a little bit less stressful at times. And I was playing with a good buddy of mine, Jody McGinley, and we had a blast. Unfortunately, we lost 10-8 in a breaker, but I always love getting out there. It's doubles was something I really enjoyed in college and when I was a junior. And so whenever I can play and I feel like my body's healthy enough, then I always enjoy it.
Burn the extra calories as well. 2 desserts tonight, well deserved. Something I learned looking through Twitter, looking through the entry list, you got into Canada qualifying with how things ended up working out, and obviously you are still alive in this event. I'm just curious, your smile says you're aware of that fact. How does one balance these sorts of things, these sorts of opportunities? When you learn a fact like that, what was your reaction? Does it impact this week at all?
You want my honest reaction?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I saw I got in, and then when I was in that third set today, I was like, okay, well, if I lose, then I'm going to Canada and I'm playing a Masters and it's a great opportunity, so I might as well swing out because it's a win-win. If I lose, this was a tough match. He's playing well, and I have another opportunity on Saturday. And if I win, I get an opportunity to play here Friday. And I think if things don't go well here Friday, I'll probably be playing Canada. But if things do go well, then great, I'll be playing in the semifinal. So. I try to look at it as a win-win, maybe take some pressure off myself. But yeah, I mean, it's always great to get into a big tournament like that. And whether I go deep enough here where I can't play it or not, it's all great. It's all, I'm excited that my ranking allowed me to get into that event. And if I don't play it, that's for good reason.
Yeah. I appreciate the honest answer, as opposed to what was the other answer in your head?
I don't know. It was just like I could take a lot of pressure off myself in the third set. So I did know prior to the match.
Okay, that's interesting to hear. And, does that mean you're not playing Lexington for sure? Like, even if you were to say win this event, play till Sunday, can you now no longer play Lexington, given that? Like, how does that work?
I'm no longer on the list.
Okay,
yeah.
No longer on Lexington. So, okay, that's what I was curious about. Well, again, all for good reason. Whether it's Canada, whether it's here this weekend, we're obviously happy to have you a little longer. My last question for you, it's what I'm asking everyone. It's a basic one, but for those tuning in who want an equivalent for your game, who is the player you have styled yourself after? What would be the pro comparison for Eliot Spizzirri?
I don't know if there is one, unfortunately. I used to think like, remember was it Krajanovic or yeah. I used to always think that in my head. Wow. I don't know why, but I don't know why. Because I try to take pieces from everyone. I love Andy Murray. I love Federer. Those are my guys that I always grew up watching and idolizing. And so when I'm returning, I try to think I'm Andy, and when I'm hitting my forehand, I try to think I'm Roger. But neither are true. So I don't know. I try to take bits and pieces from everyone, but I wouldn't say I've modeled my game solely after one guy. But when watching film, I just, for some reason, when I'd watch that guy, because one day I was like, it's not a good thing that I don't have a comparison and I can't find one. So I don't know if it's, it is what it is. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe Lucas Pouille, but I hope in the future, hopefully, if I could play like that.
I think they're all good comparisons. I see the backhand on the rise return, the Murray-esque, what you're trying to do out there. I thought you were going to say Yuya Ito. Like, that might have been the pro comparison for you back in the day. But no, Eliot, through to the quarterfinals. Always a pleasure. Congratulations, my friend.